Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones today? So yeah, looking at the weekly, you can see we are still very much in a uptrend, although we have kind of formed a new trend line with this break to the downside. But we've had 2 solid weeks, and we're starting off the week at the moment with a pretty positive nature. And I think the area we need to worry about is pretty much around here. You can see this is the inside the previous breakout. So that's the area we need to worry about right now. And let's just get to the daily. And you can see there's quite a few tails in this area. And the only one that we've really flirted with is this one here. But strong move up, a bit of a move down, and we're now forming an inside bar at the moment. So to me, this is still continuation to the upside. No reason to be looking for shorts, pretty much only looking for longs. And what we may want to do here is focus on this consolidation area. So in other words, we've broken the downside. Are we coming back to test this break for another leg down? And that's kind of what I would expect. I would expect move down, pull back, test the break for a second leg down. And that second leg down should pretty much be something like that, which would line up with this previous swing high. Okay, so that's kind of what I would expect. And along off one of these two areas here, so along off 25,720 or sorry 25,720, 725 or 25,620. So along off these areas here is kind of the thing that I'm looking for, especially looking at the 4-hour. But if you have a look at the oscillator here, we have grouped to the downside, higher high from here, yet the oscillators are lower. That is divergence, and it's continuation divergence, and continue in the direction of the trend, and the direction of the trend right now is up. Okay, so on the 4-hour, on the 1 hour, you can see how we did get a sort of a grouping at the close on Friday. And what we're looking for now is, I'm looking for any form of pullback for an opportunity to get long. Okay, not really looking at it now, but definitely later on today. So being a typical Monday, don't typically trade much in the morning unless there's some geopolitical noise coming out. So for me at the moment, it's a case of wait and see. Okay, so let's have a look at the different fractal levels. And I think we've pretty much got them drawn in. So the low of Friday is obviously a definite level that we need to worry about. This fractal level that we are flirting with right now is the other one. Okay, so here I would expect another leg down. Okay, and whether it forms a double bottom or whether it forms a sort of a lower low with diversions. In other words, we've got this low here, we form a lower low down here, and the oscillator only bounces around here. Yeah, that'll give us another signal that we have an entry. So and you can see how each of these daily fractals ties up with one of the levels. So that's kind of my view at the moment, and this grouping at the top does not leave me warm and fuzzy. It kind of, if you see what happens when we normally group like this on the daily, it does fall off somewhat. So I would expect it to, even if it's a gentle pullback, I would expect some kind of a pullback. Okay, not necessarily saying we're going to come all the way down and do the most logical things, which is like for example, test this breakout. I think we can forget about that for now, but we can definitely have some kind of a pullback. There are more than enough 200 moving averages and other moving averages to come and test. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. This little rally at the moment could just be a false start, really just to come and test this consolidation break before another leg down. And this area here is what I'm looking for. So I'm looking to be long around 25,725. So, well, between 25,725 and 25,620. So that's a good 100-point zone that I'm looking to get long in. Okay, so well, I suppose what you could read into that as well is there is an opportunity for a short setting up. You've just got to wait. I think wait for Europe at least before you start making those decisions. Okay, so what you may find is that we rally now with Asia, and then when Europe opens, we kind of consolidate, and then we move off to the downside to come and test these levels here. Okay, and then the last thing on the weekly, I suppose last week we didn't really come to the bottom, but if you look most of the time, you do get a little bit of a run to the downside, and then we rally. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. I really am expecting a move down, and I suppose that is probably the real level we need to focus on, which is 25,747, which equates to okay, that's quite a bit further than what I'm looking at the moment. So I'm looking around there and there. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. And there's also continuation divergence brewing here as well. So in other words, there's a previous swing high, and this is swing high building at the moment. Okay, so yeah, and what you probably clever thing to do at the moment would be to look at the 12 and pick it up off there. This could be an exhaustion bar that's building at the moment, or that has built. So this could very well be an exhaustion bar. But yeah, in my attitude around the Dow is, especially on the daily, we've had a very strong rally. Kind of silly to look for shorts at the moment. Okay, you're going to have to get a proper daily confirmation for a short rather than just jumping in. So I'm going to wait for a decent setup. So all I'm doing is let this rally happen. I'm expecting a second pullback. So, but in saying that, I'm not sure that I'm prepared to risk 235 points. I suppose it's not too bad. So if you've got a very small position, you could have a 235 point risk. But I think I would prefer. Sorry, I'm just thinking out aloud at the moment. So I think there is merit for a short here. There definitely is merit for a short. But I think what you need to do is just wait for that European Open. See what happens during Europe. And then if it does play out, there is an opportunity to be short. And then you're looking to target 25,736. Okay. The only thing that's going to be a failure of that short is going to be sort of a break above 26,300. Okay. And the challenge with the setup is that it is a fairly large stop loss. Okay. So what you could do is just put a Fibonacci on this here. 61.8. Yeah, so you could, I mean, if you think about it, taking a short right now is going to give me 220 point stop loss. Okay. So ideally what you want to do is you actually want to just look for confirmation on a half hour. Something like this pattern here, where you get a nice indecision bar, then followed by a proper bar, a confirmation bar to the downside. So that's kind of what we're looking for. I don't even have any small fractals that we can focus on at the moment. So it's kind of a difficult call right now. I suppose the only other thing that you could do on the 12 minutes is looking for a break below this level here. So look for a break below 26054 and then putting a stop above this high here, which is 26116. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this. I think we are going to get another leg lower. And the trick right now is just to figure out whether we're definitely going to get a leg lower, or see, that's the other thing there, is that we have this trend here we've broken through. We're coming to test this trend. Lots of little warning signals that this downtrend is in. And often what happens is we start in one direction and then we head off in the opposite direction. So that's kind of what's fueling my bias at the moment. Okay, so yeah, I think looking at the half hour, starting to group, there's definitely merit for a short here. And you're going to want either a stop above this fractal here, or to be safe right at the top here. So you're looking at a 220 point stop loss, and you're looking for this second leg down. And this second leg down is pretty much 354 points. Okay, but just watch out for a potential double bottom off a 200 moving average. Okay, this area here, and then obviously that would be my area to get long, which is 25,725. Okay, here we go. That's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.